Hello, welcome to number 2. This is actually take 3 because we made a complete stuff up of twice, but we're going to go again. So, hello, Anne. Say good morning.
Good morning.
She won't let me put a picture of herself up, She's absolutely terrible. She's beautiful, inside and out. She's lovely. But anyway, one of these days we'll just catch her unawares. Can you swing round and we can just show? Before I get into Uncials, which is what we're going to do today, I want to just do a quick refresher on what we did last time. Typical teacher thing to do. Not that I'm a proper teacher, I'm not. I'm only a reenactor. But anyway, you'll remember about the A. This is the Irish one. This is the English vernacular, Irish. That's an open A. It doesn't look like an A at all. I don't remember mentioning that. That's in the Celtic Psalter. I had to ask myself about that one. But the reason why I'm doing this now is because this is actually the colophon from the Book of Deer, which is also in Irish minuscules. But look at the A. It's kind of a combination of the other two. And this is the R, shorter. So when you see things, it may not look like I told you in the first place. There will still be variations depending on which scribe is writing it. So there we go. And if Anne can just scoot down a little bit, this just gives you the Annals of Ulster. This is their minuscules. And they have got a very slanted R, but they also slant the S, which took me by surprise because I hadn't seen it anywhere else. So there we are. That is that bit, just to remind you a little bit of what we did last time. If you ever want me to explain again, please just PM me or put a comment in and I will do what I can to deal with it. So here we go. This is now Uncials, which is where I should have really started the whole episode in the first place, but I didn't because I thought you all wanted to see Anglo-Saxon, what we called then, minuscules. So I'm sorry, Anne, you're going to have to shift over a little bit. And I need my glasses on. And I see the beady is she's floating about, which is going to be really annoying. All right, so guard sheet, dump sheet. This is Proverbs 9:9, and I'm just going to write some of that for you to see it actually in action, and then I'll break it down for you. Uncials are from the Latin for inch, and that comes from when they used to do it all with. I'm not going to put the DA in. That came from when they were doing it with chisels on stone. And it just kind of stuck when they transferred to a pen, which, by the way, as you can see here, has got a chisel end, and that's directly related to actually this script started. 4th to 8th century, but it carried on being used for headings in the 10th. All right, so here we go. And we're going to start with something called a serif. Oh, shall I just show you? Ladder. I'm doing 5 for this script. 5 is the nib heights for the X height. So we're going to start with the serif. I'll explain about all of this lot when I get to doing it. When you're doing any script, I'm trying to write kind of sideways. Oh, that's very untidy. When you do any script, do not think in words. You're much more likely to make mistakes if you think in words. Think in letters of 3 letters at a time. So I'm now thinking to myself, I-E-N. I-E-N. This one's got a serif on it. Now, quills are not made for paper, so it tends to squeak. On vellum, it just flows beautifully. I have to tell you, this is not my best calligraphy at all. Doing it with a camera at my shoulder and this size at a funny angle is not ideal. But you're getting the idea. This is flat to the line, so you want to take any angle off it. And I've got something to help you about all that, which I'll explain if I haven't run out of time, because I tend to blather on a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 C's. I don't know if you want to zoom out a little bit. So that they can see the manipulation happen. you manipulate the end. That's where the serif is. There's a serif on most of these, but they're all in different places. And this one happens to be actually part of the design of the letter. If you look at the very early scripts, they don't have this open E. They're closed. By closed, I mean it's like this. But late 8th century, in the Vespasian Psalter, they've actually doing them like that. So I don't know when during the 18th century or where in the 8th century they started doing this, but that's when it actually started to get used. Okay, so I'm going to finish this word. Oops, we could do with a bit less pressure on the pen. Sometimes too much pressure actually doesn't work very well, and you end up with less ink. And I'm trying not to say actually all the time, which is really annoying me now. So here we go. There's an N and an E. The thing with this script, isn't that a sexy M? You know, I always think the Uncials is a bit like a dowager queen. You know, especially when it's kind of 8th century and upwards. She's a bit old-fashioned now. She's put on a bit of weight. Nobody wants to know her, but they still use her for headings because she still packs a very, very powerful, punchy message in the very, very strong strokes that you see here. And it's lovely and easy to read. Oh, maybe we'll just do an ET because that's got more of the manipulation on. Can you see how I do it? This is just a little kind of little hook. Now you know that this is an insular, a majuscule script because the horizontals are narrow. Okay, I'm going to change now to show you how to do these things. And I'm going to use modern pens because I don't have to dip them. These are Pilot Parallels. They give you a lovely crisp edge, and I'm already ruled up for it. There's a 3.8 millimeter at the end. What I'm going to do though is show you this first. Here's one I made earlier. If you are struggling to make these shapes, it's very helpful. Well, either you could use graph paper. Still rule it up. Don't just rely on the lines. Rule it up with a pencil once you've actually worked it all out, because you still have to do the ladder. Don't forget the ladder to get that height for the letters. Use that, or get your height. Take the same width for the width, so you've got a square. Mark it on the 4 corners, and this is when it's done with 2 pencils. You see. The right side is red. The black side is the left. Follow on the left with the left side of your pen. Put it back right where you were in the first place, and take it around, following now with the right side, following that line, and they'll actually match up. Don't forget you put your pen back exactly where you started. This will help you if you struggle with curves. And you could use a stencil, you could use a compass, you could use a jar lid, or even a bottle top. Whatever size it is, find something that goes the correct height. And now, when we're coming to doing the serifs for this script, you are going to twist the pen from there. So you're going to start your letter there, pick it up exactly, take it across the line. You could slightly curve it, but take it across the line is actually the tidiest thing. And then start to twist. So I'm going to do one now so you can see. Now you see, flat to the line. Well, actually it's probably about 10 degrees. Bring it round. Once you get to the bottom with the left hand, you start to come out. Lift the pen. Back into where you started. Take it across the line and then twist. If you get that shape, I quite like that shape, but you can, but I'm only doing it, I didn't need it there, but I am needing it here. What you do is you take the nib corner and you go straight up and you can then fill that in. And I hope you do a better job than I did. What a mess. But that is actually how you do it. You go round till you start to come out, back in, take it across and curve. It's that kind of movement. Making a dog's breakfast of it now. It's because it's doing too slow. But that is how you do it. Now, if you're going to make that C into an E, you must put your pen exactly. You don't want it sticking out here. You must put it in exactly there. Take it across. Keep the right hand the same, and you swing the left down. That takes practice, I'm afraid, folks. There's no getting away. Otherwise, it's a piece of doddle to do this alphabet, but that takes a bit of practice, and I can't deny that at all. What I'm going to show you I posted the Greek Uncials after I did that first video, and I did that quite deliberately because this is really what I wanted you to see. The differences. If you get these spotted letters with the P with a little tiny small bowl and it goes below the line, the R goes below the line, the M is like this, it's not all sexy curves, and that's the D, then you know it's Greek Uncials. These are Roman Uncials. And they were using this alphabet right from early Christianity. St. Augustine's Gospels, St. Cuthbert's Gospels are all done in that script. The only differences are how it developed with the E. Now, I'm hoping I'm not running like mad on time here. These are practice sheets. These are designed to help you to do strokes without an angle, strokes with an angle, and spacing. You've got positive and negative spaces. You need this bit to have 5 nib heights because you've got 3 positives and 2 negatives to fit in, and this will help you to practice. And I'm afraid there's no getting away from it. The more you practice, the better you'll get and the faster you'll get it. Okay, I've got several different sorts. Some of the groups, oh, by the way, I do have permission from admin to bore the pants off you, but this is available to you all. You can PM me and I'll send them, or admin will have them in the resource file. And the cat decided actually that she'd have a little sit down and hasn't bothered us once. Okay, I think that's probably it now. So say goodbye, Anne.
Goodbye.
And from Anne and from me. Till the next time. Oh, the next one, Uncials. If you've any questions, let me know in your comments and I will see if I can oblige. Bye-bye.